So I had planned this video a bit differently, but based on how things are going today, it's gonna be a story time. So I'm gonna tell you guys all about my wedding day and try to include my notes that I actually made into the story time. I had known that from the rehearsal, certain people were feeling flustered by stuff. So when I got back, I found out that, you know what? Things are changed. Things are changed. You're not spending the night at the venue with Nick. You're gonna spend the night there with Claire. So that happened once. My plan didn't change. I was fine, but I know that other people had to do like fast pack and fast planning for stuff. So yeah, sorry Claire. But I made sure the night before to pack. We packed a lot of stuff that's so that like we don't have to do much to the wedding day. So like I packed all of the dresses, my wedding dress, my bridesmaids' dresses, their shoes, underwear, everything was there. So all they had to do was show up and go. We also packed all my accessories. We packed everything. Everything that I could possibly need was there. We actually got to the venue, I think around 10:30ish, and that was the first time I got to see lights for the venue on. Because another wedding stress, they were doing renovations to the venue, like cement work, at the rehearsal. So like, I know other people, they would have been really flustered, but we had a whole day between that and the wedding, so I knew like they'll figure it out. And if they didn't, well, what can I do? That was my first time just seeing the venue lit up. Like the minimal decorations were up, like the lights were strung and everything, and it looked so gorgeous. Like against the foliage and everything, it just looked really pretty. And I don't know, I think at that point I was like, whatever happens, happens. Like, this is gorgeous already. Nothing's really done yet, and this is pretty. So at that point, I was happy. I went to sleep pretty easily. Like, I slept with Claire in a king size bed, so we had like, you know, space between us. She didn't kick me. Great. So that was fine. She didn't sleep that well though. I don't remember her getting up at all. She said she got up a couple times just because she couldn't sleep. I slept like a baby. Like, I went to sleep. So I woke up around 7 because that's what I was used to recently. Like the days before the wedding, I was just waking up early. And that was kind of a problem because like I took a shower and just sat there like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I don't know. So I got breakfast. Claire went to get a bridesmaid and she came back, had breakfast. And then I sat down some more, you know. During breakfast, I get a phone call and they asked me if I have an iron. I'm like, well, there's an iron at the villa. I'm not sure if there's one here, but I'll ask. And something told me, you know, ask why you need an iron. This phone call was from the best man. So he's like, well, the suits you carried down, the shirts weren't pressed. I'm like, we didn't bring any suits. We didn't bring any of the groomsmen's clothes. So what are you talking about? And he's like, you don't have the suits? I'm like, we don't have the suits. I don't know what you're talking about. They're like, oh no, they're here. I'm like, okay, good, because like that's really important to have the suits. So that was like a mini crisis. It lasted like 2 minutes or less than a minute, but it was just really funny. My makeup artist arrived, my hairstylist arrived, and they started to set up and get going. And for each one, I was last, so I sat around a lot. I ate a little. I wasn't really that hungry after breakfast. I had like a 3-course breakfast. And then I sat around and watched TV. I took a little bit of pictures and yeah. So my bridesmaids got their hair done first. One of them came with their hair done already, so that was great. And you know, then they got their makeup done, and then it was my turn to get my hair done. And she's like, what have you done to your hair? Your hair's a lot thicker than when we did it for the trial. I'm like, I have no idea what happened. I brushed it. This is how it came out. But it worked out great because my hairstyle had in braids, so the braids were fuller and it just looked a lot better. Even she said like this is the best she's ever done, so I was happy with that. Then I got my makeup done and I don't know. I got my makeup done, and it was great. Like, my team was just really good, so it wasn't like, oh my gosh, it's so great. It's like, oh my gosh, you did it exactly like the trial. Thank you. It was great, and it was easy. And then after I got my makeup done, we realized we have an hour. So I sat around some more, and they started to take the pictures for getting ready stuff, you know, like the dresses and the shoes and all that stuff they did the pictures for. So I waited around, and then it was time to get dressed. So everything was laid out already as well. So it wasn't like you had to go take out stuff to get ready. It was like everything is on the bed. Like, just tell us when to get dressed. So I got dressed and then had to redress so that we can get the pictures of me getting dressed. So it's just really funny, and I don't know, it's just, it gives a good narrative when I'm going through the pictures, and we're like, it's like, they don't really do anything. We're just pretending because we missed the picture because I got ready too quickly. Or like, you know, it just gives me, it makes my pictures fuller. It gives them more words that, you know, a picture says 1,000 words, but it gave it like a couple more words because there's a story behind it, which I love. And then I got a couple shots of my photographer actually playing games with my sister on her tablet because we were just early. It was really early. So I was really happy and calm and good. Everyone thought it was so strange that I was so calm because the morning I was in the shower, 8 o'clock, it was pouring with rain, the sky was black. Afternoon came like 1 o'clock-ish, rained again. And my mom was sitting there like, what's your plan B? I'm like, let's not put in plan B until like an hour before, 2 hours before, like until we know that, you know, plan A is done. But she kept asking me, what's your plan B? I'm like, I don't know plan B, the planner knows plan B. So talk to her about plan B. So that was like something that I wasn't stressed. Like, I said my prayers in the shower and be like, could you please not let it rain much? Like, you can rain a little bit, but just not a lot, don't pour. And I couldn't do anything, so I wasn't stressed about it. I don't know why I wasn't stressed about it, because normal me would have been, but I wasn't. So all really cool is that while we were getting ready, everyone had on their robes. So like, I had a white one that said bride, and then there's maid of honor, and then bridesmaid. Which was great because, okay, it was good and bad. It was good in that it was pretty, you know, and it was fun to dress up, but then it was bad, like it was hot, and they had sleeves. But everyone loved the robes, and we got a lot of pictures in the robes that were really nice, so I was happy about that. What I love about my team, I'm like raving about them this whole video, is that one of my bridesmaids decided that she wanted to do her own makeup, and so she wanted to match her makeup with the other bridesmaid, and she didn't have the color that matched it. Like, she couldn't get it, so she just asked the makeup artist, you know, can I borrow the color that you used for her? And she's like, go ahead. And I know that a lot of other makeup artists would have said, like, you know, that's gonna be a cost, or no, you can't do that. But I don't know, my team was just so easygoing. I love it. It was honestly the easiest thing in the world to do, like, honestly. Another crisis that I didn't mention before was, what I settled on for dresses was that my maid of honor would have a cold shoulder dress while my bridesmaids would have strapless. And so for one bridesmaid, we ordered her dress, I had seen it, it was great, we got it altered, everything's fine. For the other one, she was bringing it in with her, so I didn't see it until the night before. And when I got it, I realized that she had the same dress as my maid of honor. So there wasn't really a distinction between the bridesmaid and maid of honor, which I wanted a little. And then I have one bridesmaid that is just sticking out. I was like, I can't think about it now. Like, if anything, would tuck it in. But it worked out great. Everyone loved their dress, and I don't know. I wasn't too bothered. At first, I was freaking out. Like, in my head, I'm like, what the hell have they done? But then afterwards, I'm like, it's not really their fault because they called the store to get whatever. It's not a big deal. It wasn't a big deal. The dress was the right color at least. So it wasn't a big deal. And what can I do the night before, really? Okay, so here comes the ceremony, and about 20 minutes before the ceremony, I get told that we're not entering the ceremony area the same way that we rehearsed. We're going the long way around. I'm like, whatever. And they're like, whoa, what about your shoes? I'm like, I'm wearing flats. Like, I can walk anywhere. I'm good. So that was like, that was something that they thought I would freak out about, but I didn't really mind. Ceremony came. I think the ceremony went by really, really fast. We had a couple guests that were late, and it just so happened that the person that was doing the Bible reading was in that party. So we had to get one of my ushers to do it, and she's like a nervous wreck in front of people. So that was interesting. That was like, I remember when she was standing in front of us reading, I had to reach out and be like, calm down, it's not a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal. You're reading in front of family. So, but she like after that she calmed down and it was great. Then came the ring stuff, and Nick and I, we kind of jumped the gun with everything. He's like, not yet, don't do the rings yet. You're like, wait. And then we're like, we went to rehearsal, right? Yeah, we should know what to do next. But we just jumped the gun a little and we're a bit too eager to get married, I guess. And yeah, that was another thing. And then we went to sign everything, and it was in a little chapel off to the side. And when we got in there, there was a lizard. So of course Claire and I were like, nope, not going in there. I'm not going in there. You can't make me. No. The best man and my dad, I think they went in to scare it away, whatever. And so after all clear was given, we went in, we sat down, we signed everything, and then we came back out, and that was that. It was only after that we were told, okay, no, there was a second one, but we just couldn't find it. I'm like, oh my god, really? But it turned out fine. After the ceremony, we went to take pictures, and pictures were so much fun. Great photographer, awesome time. It was funny. It was like, it didn't feel like, okay, no post hair. It was like, it just felt natural. So that was great, and the background was awesome. Like the scene and the scenery or whatever, it was great. So that was easy. Then we moved around, and I finally got food. The hors d'oeuvres were so good. I have to say, like, when I picked out my menu, I didn't do a tasting. She said that the food's good, trust me on that, but the cost of a tasting is really a lot. So if you want to cut your cost down, whatever, just don't do a tasting. So I didn't do a tasting, but they have an in-house caterer, and my mom had been to events there, so she knew what their standard was like and everything, so I didn't really have a problem with that. And then I got some drinks, which were also really good. Cocktails were amazing. Then what happened? Then was more pictures at our re-entrance. We got some really fun pictures. Like, one thing I really missed about our engagement shoot was fun pictures, because they kind of all look fun. And when I was looking back at my engagement pictures, I was like, this is us, yes, but it's not really us. They kind of aren't like that sexy pose people. We're like, let's do something fun. So I really missed that, so I made sure, that we got that for the wedding. So I have a great balance of both. So that was fun. Then reception, the speeches were hilarious. Like, we're told all the time, my sister and I, that we're animated, that, we can't lie because it's all over our face. And honestly, the pictures of my sister's speech, you don't need a video to know what she's talking about. It is the best thing ever. And I love it. The speeches are great. Nick spoke really well, and for a long time, we weren't really sure if he would speak, but he did, and it was great, and I laughed. People laughed along, and the speeches were great. The food was amazing. I don't know if I ate too much of the hors d'oeuvres, but I was really full halfway through the meal. So yeah, that was my bad. And what was really great was all the food for the tables brought out so that everyone else could go and get their food and everything. So we were eating. That was really nice touch that I didn't even think of, but other people did. Again, have a great team. Then there was a case that everyone encounters when you have an outdoor wedding. Bugs and bugs. So we had about 2 cockroaches that crashed the wedding in the wedding tent, and the whole like girl side of the head table just cleared out. I was gone. Like, not me and that. I don't know who killed the first one, but Nick got the second one, and yeah. The second one interrupted the cake cutting, and after that, he had the cake. I'm okay, you can have it. But they took care of it, and that was fine. And then came the first dance. Everyone was asking me like, you don't want Ed Sheeran song for your first dance, or like this song, that song. I'm like, no. I chose my first dance song ages ago. Like, as soon as the song was released, I knew what I wanted. And I actually chose Over and Over Again, the original, by Nathan Sykes, because I love the song, the words are great, so it's good for whenever, and I loved it. And everyone loved it as well. A suggestion, if you're getting married, a great mother, son, and father-daughter dance is Mama by Carrie Underwood. That's a good one. We didn't do it for mine. I can't remember why, but it's not a big deal. I didn't really mind. But that's a great option for that. So after the first dance and party, I had so much fun. Like, I didn't change into a different dress, but I still got done my wedding dress, my big, long wedding dress. So that was a lot of fun. I danced with everyone. The music selection was great. I didn't really have stipulations for what to play when. It was more like play me stuff. So he did a lot of soca, a lot of clips, and then he had like a, I don't know what to call it, like a time period session for like the older people there, and they danced and danced. I'm like, great. And then it rained a little bit, like the tiniest bit. So we were under the tent, and he started to play like, you know, more rap, and he had like an African section, like session, whatever, where I don't know what to call her, but she's like my mom. She used to live in Africa, and she could, like, that was the fun thing to watch. It was a lot of fun. Our cutoff time was I think 11 for cleanup and everything, so that was great. That was fine, because by then everyone was partying from like 7, like hard, so they were ready to go home. Well, some of them weren't. I wasn't, but it was like, okay, just go home, we'll party again later. So yeah, that happened. Yeah, so I waited around for everyone to leave. What I loved was that my planning team and decor team, they started to clean up and everything, put stuff up before the wedding was actually done. So like when everyone's on the dance floor, they cleaned up the ceremony area. And then like when it was starting to get close to the cutoff time, and they saw that, you know, there were drinks and stuff still to be open, they put them away. So that's what I loved, and so that the cleanup time was really, really easy, and it was done early, because I think I actually went upstairs to go to bed with Nick around 11:30, and by then the DJ had cleared up everything. The bar was dismantled already. It was just that bigger tent to be taken down, and then when I woke up the next morning, everything was done. So I mean, it was great. And then Nick and I had breakfast, and the breakfast was so good. Oh my gosh, I wish I kept the pictures, but they were on Snapchat, and I don't know why I didn't save them. I guess I forgot. But the breakfast was so good, and yeah, it was lovely. And then it was just time to leave. Like, all that was left in the bedroom was my clothes and Nick's clothes, so it was easy cleaning up for us as well. And what I would say is, on your wedding night, before your new husband gets there, save all your wedding pieces. Like, I still have my birdcage, my tiara, and my sash wrapped up in the original paper it came in, so that it's protected. And if I want to, I can dress up in a wedding dress, like my wedding day all over again. So yeah. And then we had like a whole week of tours and activities with all of our friends that came in. So it was time to get moving and do stuff. So it was, I remember I woke up the morning after the wedding and said, I want to do this again. That was the best time of my life. I want to do it again. And even now, thinking back, it was so much fun. Like, I tell people this, I want to do it again, they're like, no, we don't. And I guess that's how it should be. Like, the bride and groom should have the best time, and then like everyone else should be working behind the scenes so that we're allowed to have a good time. So, I don't know, I had fun. And that is everything. I feel like I've talked for an hour. That's the end of my wedding series. Hopefully I'll start a new series soon because it's fun to have a series, a theme on my channel. And yeah, I would talk to you guys in my next video. And if you just got married, congratulations! And if you're engaged, congratulations! I don't know, I'm just really happy now. Talking my wedding day was, it just makes me happy. So, thank you for watching, and give it a thumbs up if you thought that my wedding day was interesting and fun, and subscribe to my channel to see all my new videos. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!